What's up everyone, Steve again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7 here with the LEOPARD 2A6 main battle tank from Agora Models. Now this is pack 2. If you want to watch pack 1 video, just click up there, you could go check that out. But let's quickly see what we get in this box. I believe it's got the tire rotation system in there and also the elevation motor as well. Also a bunch load of tracks as well, so you can see at the front mantlet, some storage containers, more tracks, part of the upper turret, more tracks. And here is the actual gun mechanism where the firing and also the elevation unit as well. Turret rotation unit and the other piece of the upper hull, turret, and more tracks. Download the instructions on my phone. Let's get cracking. Okay, first step, stage 9. We've got this little green piece here. We're going to feed it through this wire, and at the end's got an LED. This will be like for the LED flasher for the cannon. Now you're going to simply push it through, just like that, and it says in the manual to leave a little bit exposed, just like that. A little bit, you can see the LED just poking through, and that's all we do. And then we get the barrel that we previously made in pack 1, just like that. Now it doesn't say to press fit it in the end. I think there's another piece later on that will connect all this together. So that's it, you leave it there like that. And then we get the mantle, or this, I'm not sure if it's a mantle, but it's going to connect everything together as well. So got to feed that in there as well. And then you make sure it's the correct way up. There's a little hole here, and you just push this mantlet all the way in, and just like that, until it's pushed all the way through and can't go any further. Now you've got some tracks here. Now what I'll do, I'll just show you quickly how to do one pack, and I won't do all of them because they're all exactly the same, and then in the interest of time we don't want to go too long. So quickly go through the tracks. You get track pins, your tracks, they are metal and they have like a rubber attachment there, so 2 pieces. You get a connecting piece that connects the middle, just like that. That's thinner, and you get one that goes on the outside that caps it off, which is the same thickness as the end of that pin. So all you do, you've got to make sure you line it up. There's like a little nub, it's hard to see, just on there. It's like a raised section. You've got to make sure that's facing upwards. It's very hard to, it's very easy to not put it in the right way. And then all you want to do, obviously make sure that's upright. And you want to get that, put it in the middle, just like that. Get your other track, put it like this, and then get your track link. And you've got to make sure that there's like a concave sectional part that's kind of curved in the middle. That's facing downwards. Now once you have all that, you just slide them all together, push it through like that, and then you get that other part that caps it off. Make sure that curved part is facing down, put it on the end, and you hammer it home, and that is it. I did that off camera, but you just hammer that home, and that's it. That's the track making process, and there's a fair few of those in this particular pack. And what you're left with are these. You always make a set of 3. Okay, stage 10, we have the gun elevation motor. As you can see, got some wires in there. Got the motor down there. Little spring mechanism, so it shoots back. Got some springs as well with this kit, just here. And also some little screws, so no glue required in this one. So we'll get the gun we made before, and we want to be inserting this unit into this housing. Now there's like a little channel just there, and you want to line it up with that wire and just slide in there, because the hole that we originally lined up for the top just here lines up with the one down here, and that's where you need to be adding a screw in there to hold it together. So that's a small HB screw just there, so you basically line those 2 holes up. A little bit tricky, but once it's in, that's in. Now you flip it upside down, and all you need to do, make sure this wire's out of the way, slide this whole unit in and line up these 2 holes on the side, just there. Now to finish this stage off, stage 10, we need to put 2 CP screws, these black ones in here, one on the other side, and these 2 circle pieces just on there, just like that. That's it. Stage 10 done. On to stage 11. And you can quickly see how it works. There's a spring here and this little lever that pulls on it, and that's going to push down or pull the whole barrel. Just like that. That's all it is. Nice. Stage 11 consists of another 3 segment of tracks. This part that's going to go on the upper turret, and several other pieces as well. It's also got an LED here. You notice when you're doing these kits, there's like one screw left over. That's always the case. It's like a spare. And they write on the packet here as well, so KP screws. So for this particular stage right here, we need to use KP screws. It tells you in the instructions, and we're going to be putting this piece just on there like that to lock in that LED as well. And they are really small screws, so just bear in mind where they go. And just like that, so those two small screws holding that LED in, it's like a little plate, so it really can't move anywhere. And that's it. And then next up, we've got this door. Well, it's like it's a flap that goes on the side, and these two longer, you've got two of these bars, and they're like rough on one edge. So not one edge, sorry, rough on one end. Might be hard to see. It's smooth and then rough, and they got to be. You put the smooth part in first, and then the rough part kind of locks it in. That's it. Push them all in nicely, and that part should be done. So you just flaps away in the breeze there. Okay, last for this piece, we've got this little decorative section that's going to go on there and screwed down with the two IP screws. Okay, that part is all complete. And now we get back to the main turret here. Look at this piece. We made that in pack 1. Beautiful piece. Now we've got to get the spring that we originally had before in, I think, stage 9 or 10. Okay, so we're going to get our spring, put it in here, and it's got a seat on the end of the barrel unit. So kind of line everything up, push it down. There's like a little hinge here, right there, and I'm going to lock it away with these two plastic pieces just here. So there we go. Quick setup. Got to put 2 more screws in, but that's how it looks. Next up, to finish the stage, we're going to do some more tracks, but we won't be doing that on camera again. Move on to step 12. And there are those track links all put together. Work really nice and free. No binding issues, but there we go. Now on to step 12, really easy one. You open the pack, you get the turret rotation motor out, this bracket and some screws, and that is pretty much stage 12. 13, we open up, we get, I believe they are the smoke discharges, and we have to make another set of tracks, which are currently done off camera. It's another 3 links and some different types of screws as well. So all we're doing in this particular, all we're doing is we're getting these grenade launchers, putting them here, and we're going to secure them with 2 CM screws on either side. Okay, there we go. Super easy. Now, stage 14, we get another set of tracks and these kind of cargo bins at the back, and some little decorative pieces, which are the first steps. And one of those parts go here, and the other one on the back of that bin. And that's it. It's also got to make those 3 links for the tracks, but it's up to stage 15 now. Stage 15, we get another set of tracks and all these various parts and screws, and we put it together. They get the base here, and you can see it's keyed. Got a bigger hole and a smaller one. So simply just line it all up. That's it. And we're going to screw it down with one of these CP screws. And once that's done, you get this piece, and it just kind of snaps fit into here, just like that. And then we've got this base piece. It's going to be keyed as well, and all that's going to go is on the bottom, just like that, capped off and sealed with another CP screw. And you can see the detail on this piece. It's got, that's the lands, and it's got like a little wiper blade on there as well. It's quite nice. Once we finish with this, it's going to attach it to the actual turret itself. Okay, so all this, it's got like a nice little channel in there for this particular part. It just sits in here and secured 2 of those CP screws as well. Now we're going to be securing this plastic piece as well. We're going to be using the EB screws from the previous step, and that's just going to go just here. Now correction, I kept on saying that this was the elevation motor, but it's actually the firing mechanism, so it goes backwards and forwards for the barrel. This guy here is elevation motor. It's got like a little cam on it. It's going to sit up on here, and I'm pretty sure once that spins around, it's going to push that up and down. Now, this is the stand for that particular motor, and we're going to use those same screws that we just installed for the plate, and it's just going to go on top. Okay, as we can see, once that's installed, that white section has like a, it's kind of like a curve. So when it rotates, it's going to be like putting the barrel up and down, raising it up and down. And I kept on saying that was a rotation motor, but anyway, it's in there nice and secure. The last step for 15 is to do those 3 track links. Not going to do that on camera. One more step for this particular pack, and it's step 16. So let's open this up and see what we get. Last step, step 16, we also get another set of tracks and various plastic components and screws, obviously. Now, first step we're going to be doing, we're going to get this part here. It's 2-piece actually. I just stuck it on to see how it works. So that's a press fit, and also going to be securing with the screw. So down like that, pressure fit, and we're going to be putting 2 CP screws at the bottom here to lock it all away. Okay, that is that piece, and now this is actually going to go at the back of the turret here. So all we need to do is push it down, and I'm going to be using 2 JP screws. There we go, nice and secure, not going anywhere. And then we've got these other 2 small pieces, 2 of these little decorative pieces, and they go on the back just here, and they are keyed with a smaller and bigger hole. So all they do, it's going to be pressure fit in there, and then we've got this drum looking piece, and that's going to go all the way down there in those 2 holes. Okay, that's that. And last, we're getting this for the turret. We actually get this whole bottom piece, and it's going to fit over here and kind of seal it all off, just like that. And we're going to be using EP screws from before. We're going to be using 6 of those. Well, there we go. Nice and secure down there. One thing I noticed, I was like, this wasn't sitting flat, this surface, and it's because of the little nub that you get on this part that you push through the hole. It was kind of just kind of coming out a little bit from the underside, so it was, I couldn't get this flush. I just cut it off a little bit, and that was it. But there we go. So all you need to do in this stage left is put 3 sets of, well, 3 sets of 4, so it gives you what, 3, 6, 9, 12 track links. But I'll do that off camera, but there we go. Hope you liked it, guys. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, please subscribe, and always down below leave a lot of questions if you want, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.